Okay, so my video is called Hollow Graveyard Adventure, and it's a spooky, interactive, text-based adventure where the player makes choices that change the ending. So the idea is to track the player's actions and reward curiosity with a secret ending, and they interact with almost everything that happens in this game. Here, all of this here, as you can see, is all my data section of where I defined all the messages that the player sees during the game, and it's the descriptions, prompts, responses to the player choices. At the bottom, right here are my variables that they're going to use, which is has candle, shovel, has a key, they saw the mirror, they touched the stone, they saw the wall. All of these are the choices that the player will be able to do. So if they interact in the beginning with the tree, they'll be able to grab the candle. If they choose yes or no, each one of those is going to have a different decision. So if they grab the candle, it'll say has candle, they'll add +1, and that lets the code know that the player chose the candle. In my code section here, it runs everything in order using all the call instructions to each scene in the game. So it starts by clearing the screen and then calls each major part of the game, like the tree scene, the garden scene, the stone scene, and so on. It finishes by calling endgame, which is it's there at the bottom. And then we'll go to the scenes. And here's my tree scene. The first scene is the tree scene. The player walks towards a glowing tree and sees a candle. If they choose 1 for yes, the game sets has candle equals 1 and gives the message confirming the candle is taken. If they say no, it skips the update and then moves on. So the choice directly affects what happens next, with pretty much every single scene too. And if they decide to do like everything together, it gives them like another reward. So we go to the garden scene, and in the garden scene, I check if the player took the candle. If they didn't, they skip this whole scene, meaning no spirit will appear, no shovel is offered. If they did take the candle, a spirit appears and the player gets to decide whether to take the shovel. If they say yes, it'll say has shovel equals 1 is set. But if they say no, the ground collapses and the game ends immediately. It's basically a trap door, let's say. And then we should go to the stone scene. Okay, the stone scene here says this scene is where the player finds a glowing stone. If they touch it, I set the stone to equals 1. If they skip it, then they just get a message that say they might have missed something, which is going to matter like later on in the game. Here, okay, the mirror scene. In the mirror scene, the player sees a cracked mirror. If they choose to look into it, the game will say saw mirror equals 1, and it shows a message hinting that the riddle is for me. Skipping the mirror just gives a vague message and continues, but it's still going to be important. It's the wall scene. Okay, the wall scene. Here, a player passes a wall with the glowing runes. If they interact with it, it'll say saw wall equals 1 is set. If not, it just says nothing happens and continues. And the whisper scene. The whisper scene. This whisper scene is a clue. It tells the player only those who reflect, dig, and touch may pass fully. That refers to the mirror, the shovel, and the stone. It's a hidden hint about how to unlock a secret ending later. The mausoleum scene is the one with the riddle in it. A riddle as asks, I rise at night to light your way, but vanish quietly at break of day. The correct answer is option 2, which is the moon. If they answer correctly, it'll say has key equals 1, which lets them open the gate later to be able to exit and win the game. But if they don't, then the door locks and they're trapped in there and you have to start. The game ends. And for the gate scene, which is the secret ending, will basically, it's going to check if the player has all 4 of the following, which is the shovel, the stone, they saw the mirror, and they saw the wall. If they get all of those, that's basically a secret ending to the game. That's going to just say it's going to give them a secret portal that opens and they escape using a secret path. It's, I guess, 2 ways to win. If not, then they're asked if they want to use the key, and if they have it, the gate opens. If not, the game tells them it's locked and it ends. And the end game, which is the end game procedure, shows the final message, and the message reflects the player's decisions. It tells them whether they were brave, curious, and thoughtful, or if they skipped too many things. Then it ends the game by thanking them for playing. So overall, this is a fully working interactive story game, and I use procedures to break the game into scenes and variables to track the player's path. Um, and that's everything.